back with another video for you today. I don't know if you caught my beachy and tropical fragrances video from a few days ago, but if you haven't, please do. And if I had this fragrance when I shot that video, because I shoot my videos 2 weeks out sometimes, this fragrance would have ended up on that list or on that video. This is Cruz Del Sur 2 from the House of Xerjoff. It's a tropical fragrance that it's leaning lactonic and milky. So I'm going to tell you all about this fragrance and discuss several other fragrances from Xerjoff today, plus some discounts and free shippings happening right now at Xerjoff Universe. So if you're interested in discovering this really awesome fragrance, I'm obsessed with the way it smells, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. That's right, today I'm talking about Xerjoff's Cruz Del Sur 2, a 2017 launch. And this one, as I said, is tropical, but it's unique that it goes milky lactonic and it's very creamy, gourmand, delicious. So I'll let you know all about this, plus discuss 5 other fragrances and a few other things, and then also tell you about currently what's going on at Xerjoff Universe, where they have 10% off and free shipping. So you guys might take action and check out that right away. But before we do that, if this is your first time tuning into my channel and you still haven't subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So this fragrance, as I said, would have ended up in my tropical fragrances video, but you know what? Thinking about it, it is, yes, tropical, it has tropical fruity touches, but it's so different than anything else that I put on that list, and it might have contrasted the list, but still, it would end up there because of those tropical fruity notes. But this one, I think of something completely different. It's a tropical gourmand, which is really delicious. So Cruz Del Sur 2 is a 2017 launch. Its concentration is Parfum. 50 milliliter bottle is 235 euros. The perfumer is unknown. And for notes here, they have mango, pineapple, apple blossom, exotic floral bouquet, green herbal leaves, vetiver, candied fruity notes, cedarwood, and musk. So it's an interesting combination of notes. You do see the candied fruity notes. Are they the gummy kind of fruity notes where it kind of might take on the same texture of milky lactonic fragrances? I don't know. But what's great about this fragrance is that I experience loads of fruity touches, especially from mango and pineapple. But the fruity touches also come in from those candied fruity notes, and then I pick up some berry-like notes in there as well. But again, I'm wondering if these notes, the candied fruity notes, are those gummy kinds where the texture kind of be smooth and silky and you know, milky, and then probably coming from those notes to give us this kind of lactonic experience with this fragrance. But what I get with this one is just a very delicious milky caramelly kind of a quality. Even though those tropical notes are prominent, you do pick them up, but it's almost like you're actually, you know, melting sugar to create caramel with fruity touches in there, and they're all kind of like forming to create this like really delicious milky caramel, because milk and caramel kind of go hand in hand to begin with, but here it's such a great delicious experience that I keep wanting to smell this and wear it and enjoy it. The milkiness, the smooth, buttery, creamy milkiness here is so head over heels comforting that it just really satisfies. It's different that, you know, it acts very gourmandy but slightly caramelly, but not overly caramelly, because caramelly could mean a little smoky and a little burnt smell or flavor. This doesn't have that because it's an overdose of fruits. It's ultra fruity, but it kind of has that caramel-like quality because it's mixed with milk. It's smooth, buttery, creamy, all that kind of stuff. Man, where have I been with this fragrance? Because it's ultra delicious. But you know, it doesn't stop there. There are other notes in here. There's the apple blossom notes that come in that gives it a slight floral, fruity touch, along with some of the exotic floral notes that I mentioned that are in here. So you do pick up not very distinct flowers, maybe like magnolia, maybe some ylang ylang, slight touches of jasmine, perhaps maybe lily of the valley, but the floral notes are not very distinguishable. So you do pick up those lighter floral touches, as I said, but you can't go, oh my god, that smells like gardenias, or that smells like tuberose, or things like that. You just has a floral quality that's nicely blended with that lactonic milkiness. The lactonic quality in here, it's so stand out. I'm just surprised that it's not an actual note of milk. So sometimes flowers like magnolias and maybe even lily of the valley can act a little milky, where even gardenias can act a little milky as well. They have a milkiness about them. So the combination of all the notes together is just giving us this like very rich, buttery, creamy, milky experience with lots of fruits. This is actually going to be so perfect at come fall and winter, because the several times I wore it, lasted all night. I woke up the next day, I can still smell this fragrance. Just that whole dry down, it becomes more of a milky caramel with fruity touches rather than like ultra fruity when you first started, you know, spray this and you're first wearing it. It's a great fragrance, and it's currently on that sale. I'm going to tell you all about. There's a sale plus free shipping happening, and I'll tell you all about the details. But I want to tell you a few other fragrances that are on this list as well. So Cruz Del Sur 2, along with La Capitale, I'm going to tell you about some of the fragrances that I have that are on this sale, is another one that I should highlight. So La Capitale is more about strawberries, peaches, so it's fruity, and it also has some vanillic touches. For me, when I compare these two fragrances, when I'm testing them out, once I start wearing Cruz Del Sur 2, everything is just smelling very soft, because the potency of Cruz Del Sur 2 overpowers some of the other fragrances. On me, La Capitale is a very light, fruity, vanillic oriental fragrance. It's actually very nice, but for me, when I'm getting the whiffs of the Cruz Del Sur 2, this one feels like it's more of a skin scent rather than like in-your-face ultra vanillic fruity combination. But overall, if you're doing it without smelling Cruz Del Sur, this one has a very nice fruity vanillic quality that's really delicious. I feel like this one has a great dry down, and as I said, it's not as intense and potent as Cruz Del Sur, but it's the way it's created is a great balance, because it's just the right amount of all the notes of the fruity touches with the vanilla. So that's La Capitale. That's also available as a sale item with free shipping on Xerjoff Universe. The next fragrance I want to talk to you about is Accento, this one right here. So Accento is very popular. Accento to me has a very fruity, woody quality, and what's prominent here with this fragrance is pineapple. So there's loads of pineapple with a hyacinth floral note. If you've ever smelled hyacinth in the spring or early spring, I absolutely love that smell. When they put them out at the grocery store, it's very fragrant, and it's just like in your face floral. But here I feel like the pineapple, which is really prominent here, it has toned down the very floral aspects of the hyacinth. There's also some powdery qualities with this one, because there is some prominent iris notes, but what I love about this one is when the musk comes in, it's quite musky. It's very musky and very sexy, so all the combination of the notes work wonderfully together. There's a little bit of spice with pink pepper and some light floral touches of jasmine with a little vetiver and citrus notes. It's actually pretty great. I personally prefer Accento Overdose over this one, because it goes fruity and really intense, but I know Accento has its fans, definitely has its fans. So that's another fragrance that's available for the current sale that's happening on Xerjoff Universe. The next fragrance I want to talk to you about is Nexos, this one right here. Now Nexos I've spoken a lot about, and Nexos is currently running for 10% off at the Xerjoff Universe. And I want to remind you about this one. This is all about tobacco with honey. It's really a delicious gourmand tobacco fragrance, but it has tonka beans, some lavender, bergamot, and citrus touches with lemon. Probably one of the more popular Xerjoff fragrances, and I feel that now that we have fall around the corner, this works great in the fall, I feel like. The way the fragrance is made, I feel like is more appropriate for fall, but definitely you can wear it in the winter time, because I feel like some of the notes in here are like fall appropriate, and they would smell great with a little bit of heat outside still, and you know, some coolness outside as well, because of obviously in the fall it is going to get cooler outside. But it's a great tobacco fragrance, but it's a honey tobacco and makes it, you know, gourmandish and things like that. But this one I feel like has aromatic touches, and the lavender note in here is very prominent, and it works wonderfully with the tobacco. It's a great scent. Nexos, probably one of my favorite Xerjoff fragrances for a long time. So this next one I'm going to tell you about, that's also on the list of sale items at Xerjoff Universe, is Luxor, this one right here. For me, this one seems like it's an overly animalic oud. So you've got to love oud to begin with for this one, but it's a deep, rich, resinous oud with loads of tobacco. There's some incense, there's some spices thrown in of cardamom, and it actually has two kinds of oud. It's Thai oud and Cambodian oud, so those are very prominent, and I feel like it's an oud lover's dream come true kind of a fragrance. But it is definitely resinous. The myrrh in here has some sweeter touches, so if you like sweet myrrh, it's not as sweet as benzoin, which is one of my favorite resins because I love vanilla, and benzoin is a resinous vanillic note. But myrrh has slight sweet touches, so I think what's going on in this one, since ouds are very kind of savory smells, the myrrh is adding a little bit of sweetness. But with this one, I get a very green, animalic kind of an oud. Almost like papyrus is in here, and it's prominent. Papyrus or something like cypriol or nagarmotha is a very prominent note in here. So if you're into the ouds and the animalic styles of fragrances, Luxor is definitely one for you to try. Last but not least, Wabar. I recently did a video on this fragrance. If you haven't caught that video, please do. And for me, Wabar is a very rosy, aromatic, zingy ginger kind of a fragrance. So here I feel like this rose is a very perfect rose to wear in the heat, and also I feel like this is going to be perfect for fall as well, because as I said, cold and warm at the same time, this will come alive. It's aromatic with loads of rose and geranium. I almost feel like there's something candied happening in here. It does have like a rose candy, or you know, something candied happening in the notes that makes the rose smell like candied roses. But really wonderful the way they've got the rose and the aromatic geranium. Of course, geranium has rosy nuances, so they complement one another very perfectly. Ginger is zingy and spicy, so there's some spice, and throughout the whole fragrance there is a very light oud running throughout it, so it does have very minute amounts of oud, some citruses, and then it's got sandalwood. So when you smell this one and you wear it, there's a smooth, creamy quality, and the creaminess comes from the sandalwood. But again, it's a rose, it's a fresh rose, but still has lots of depth for a fresh rose. It doesn't act like a citrusy rose that's like nothing but citruses with some light rose in there. It's more of like a deeper, richer freshy with rose in the fragrance. Anyway, that is Wabar. Check that out as well. Now, as far as the deal goes, there's free shipping and 10% off of all the fragrances I spoke to you about today. But if you don't make that 21st date, after that it's free shipping for the rest of the month, for the entire month of August. Now, the only little hiccup is Xerjoff as a company is on vacation from August 13th through the 23rd. So if you place your order now, your order won't go out until after the 23rd. So what is on the deal? As I said, the fragrances I spoke to you about today is on the deal, but the entire list of fragrances include Oud and Overdose. Nexos, of course, I read to you about. Wabar, La Capitale, Muse, Accento, Luxor, Cruz Del Sur 2, and 40 knots. You can also buy Casa Moratti Summer Collection Dolce Amalfi Body Cream, Mephisto Gentle Uomo Beard Oil, Lira Body Powder, La Tosca Body Lotion, Fior di Ulivo Hairspray, and 1888 Shower Gel. Now, one more thing I want to tell you is the Mephisto Gentle Uomo Beard Oil. I've had mine for a while and I love wearing it. And if you combine it with the actual fragrance, it's great. And I obviously keep a very nicely shaved beard. I don't like it long because I just don't like managing it. But this one on top of it, when I put it on, it is amazing because the heat of my face and my hands bring out these like very greenish, grassy, herbal notes. And when I smell that, it just makes me wow, like, oh my God, this smell is amazing. Like I'm like chopping up a bunch of herbs and smelling it against my face or something. So I really do like the beard oil, and it's definitely one for you guys to check out. Anyway, those are my thoughts on all these fragrances and this promotion that's happening at Xerjoff. If you guys want to take advantage of it, please do. And also, as I said, this particular fragrance, Cruz Del Sur, is on the list. It is so delicious, guys. It is really, really delicious. I would have loved to have put it on that tropical and beachy fragrances video. Of course, as I said, I shoot my videos 2 weeks out, and this just came 4 or 5 days ago. And ever since I took it out and I've sampled it, and I was like, damn, this is so good. I really gotta let you guys know about it, because you know me, I love gourmand fragrances, and this one is really, really delicious. And milky lactonic fragrances are very, very unique, and where is the lactonic milky qualities coming from? I'm not sure, but I don't care, because it smells great, and I'll just take what I can get because it's fantastic. So if you guys can get a chance to smell this, especially if you like, you know, gourmand fragrances that are leaning lactonic and milky, creamy, definitely do. It's really, really delicious. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video today. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Otherwise, please like this video, please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.